Hello, this is Yogeshwar 7000 again, and I'm back on my series on Nakshatra. And I noticed that I've not been doing a video on Nakshatras for a little while, so I thought I'll just resume my series on Nakshatras. And today's topic of discussion is about the four paras of Magha Nakshatra. Our last video was on the discussion on Magha Nakshatra, which is the 10th Nakshatra in the zodiac, and we did discuss the general characteristics of people born in Magha Nakshatra, which spans over a distance of 13 degrees and 20 minutes through 0 degrees in Leo and continues until 13 degrees and 20 minutes in Leo. And the general characteristics we did discuss, he has a lot of servants and he has an inclination to worship gods and the ancestors or the pitris or the forefathers. So that was a major thing which we discussed, that they are very respectful to their ancestors, and of course the ruling planet, which is Ketu, and since they are sitting in the zodiac sign of Leo, there's an influence of the sattva guna or the sattva characteristic of the planet Sun, and have royal habits. They are transparent and they are very liberal. They have a generous heart. They're respectful to their elders, of course, because of their inclination towards worshipping the pitris or the ancestors or the forefathers. Of course, the nature is Rakshasa-like because of the ruling planet of Ketu, which rules this nakshatra. We also discussed that this is one of the Gandamula nakshatra, and Gandamula nakshatras are nakshatra which are a little tricky in terms of giving malefic effects in case remedial measures are not performed. Any nakshatra which is ruled by Ketu and Mercury are classified under Gandamula nakshatras. We discussed that part as well. We discussed its a symbol, which is the palanquin or the royal seat upon which the king is carried from place to place. That is the symbol, and the animal symbol, and the positive traits, negative traits, and the career interests. And today we'll be talking about the four paras, or four equal divisions, like we mentioned in our last, or we discussed in our last video, that each nakshatra of 13 degrees and 20 minutes is further subdivided into four equal divisions, which are called paras in Sanskrit, and they span a distance of 3 degrees and 20 minutes. Every para is a distance of 3 degrees and 20 minutes, and they're also ruled by a planet, because the paras fall in a particular navamsha, so they're ruled by a planet based on the rulership of that navamsha, and based on the rulership, the influence of or the characteristics of the person can be determined. Now overall, as we know, that Magha Nakshatra people are ruled by the planet Ketu, and Ketu is a very impulsive planet. Of course, it's a very spiritual planet as well, so it's about spirituality, worshipping the devatas, and but then at the same time we discussed all of that in detail, the positive and the negative traits. And so the overall umbrella is the ruling planet Ketu, and then of course there's an influence of the planet Sun as well, because it falls in the zodiac sign, which is Leo, and the rulership of Leo is Sun. So all the royal-like characteristics and qualities, and having servants in their lifetime, all this comes because of the influence of the planet Sun. Their inclination to worship Devata, all that comes because of the sattvic gunas of the Sun, and of course the planet in Ketu also is influencing. And then the ruling deity is also an influencing factor, which is the ruling deity or the presiding deity is the pitris, which is the ancestors itself. So they have the blessings of the ancestors all the time, the blessings of the forefathers all the time. So these three are the main umbrellas, or the influencing factors of people born in Magha Nakshatra, the Pitris, which are the forefathers, the ruling planet, which is Ketu, and then Sun, because it falls under the zodiac sign of Ketu, 0 degrees to 13 degrees and 20 minutes. But then, of course, the final influencing factor, or if you go into detail, those influencing factors are the subdivisions of the nakshatras. And so the first subdivision, or the first division of Magha Nakshatra, is falling in the Navamsha of Aries, and the rulership of Aries, as we know, is Mars. So Mars is also going to be influencing the Magha Nakshatra people who have been born in the first division, the first part of Magha Nakshatra, meaning which they are born between 0 degrees and 3 degrees and 20 minutes of Leo, meaning which where their moon was placed between 0 degrees and 3 degrees and 20 minutes in the zodiac sign of Leo. Then, of course, they are under Magha Nakshatra, but under the Pada, the first Pada, which is ruled by Mars, because the Navamsha falls in Aries, so they're ruled by Mars. So there'll be an influencing it. Mars is about willpower, it's about aggressiveness, it's about ambition, it's about power, it's about warrior-like qualities. So those qualities are going to manifest along with the characteristics which are given to people born in Magha Nakshatra, the characteristics given to them by the planet Sun and the planet Ketu. So you'll see people, for example, choosing a profession, they'll be more inclined towards choosing a profession which would be like military, the area of military, the area of police. They could be surgeons, and actually they can make some real good surgeons because they're good influencing factors here. Mars is the influencing factor. Ketu, which behaves like Mars, is also an influencing factor. They could be good mathematicians and statisticians as well, because again, Ketu is about mathematics and statistics and about sciences. So they could make good professors and mathematics professors or science professors as well, people born in the first Pada, because the influencing factor is Mars along with Ketu and Sun. And then we move on to the second Pada, so people who are born between 3 degrees and 20 minutes and 6 degrees and 40 minutes in the zodiac sign of Leo, meaning which where moon was placed between 3 degrees and 20 minutes and 6 degrees and 40 minutes of Leo, will be ruled by Venus, because it falls under the Taurus Navamsha, and we know that Taurus, the rulership or the planet which rules Taurus is Venus. So they're ruled by Venus. So here the influencing factor is Venus, along with the presiding deity Pitris, along with the ruling planet Ketu, and along with the influencing factor of Sun. So here this is more towards the materialistic side, because Venus is a planet which is a Rajasic planet, and whenever there's a influence of the element of Rajas which comes in, then of course it's more materialism, more sensuality, more pleasures, more enjoyment. So a lot of kings, and today's day and age, of course, there are no kings. So but then people in organizations, highly placed professionals in organizations who, especially in the entertainment industry, or could be in a position which gives them the power to enjoy worldly pleasures. This is also a very highly ambitious division, but it's more towards materialism as compared to the first Pada, which is more towards warrior-like. So this is ambitious but not warrior-like. It's more on the guna of Rajas, which is enjoyment and pleasures, and of course ambition when it comes to making money is concerned, because Venus is also about, along with enjoyment, it's about making money. So highly placed executives would be a very, very suitable profession for people born in the second Pada of Magha Nakshatra. The third Pada, or the third division of 3 degrees 20 minutes, which starts from 6 degrees and 40 minutes through 9 degrees, no, actually 10 degrees, 6:40 plus 3 degrees 20 minutes. That is until 10 degrees of Leo falls in the Navamsha of Gemini, and the ruler of Gemini, as we know, is Mercury. So here Mercury is about intellectual capabilities, so professors, and of course Mercury along with Ketu is also about math. So you could, as far as career choices are concerned, they could make some math professors. They could actually get into astrology as well, because Mercury sometimes is astrology. But more importantly, most importantly, Mercury is a Rajasic planet, which is directly related to money. So here, you could see some very successful stockbrokers, somebody who's a good trader, because Mercury is about trading as well. So and of course scholarly abilities, which could make them intellectuals, writers, authors, who are placed at a high esteem in society, because as we know that Magha Nakshatra people have been born for a specific purpose, to hold important places in society, in the world. They excel and they reach top positions. So Mercury gives them that ability of becoming a top stockbroker, a top trader, or holding high positions in trading organizations, in an export-import firm, highly accomplished professors, and intellectuals. So here, that aspect of Mercury being good communicators, and good intellectual people, and good in making money, that comes into play. And so a good choice of profession for people born in the third pada of Magha Nakshatra would be these areas which we just discussed. The fourth pada, the fourth division of Magha Nakshatra, falls in the Cancer Navamsha, and we know that Cancer is ruled by the planet Moon. So here, of course, Moon is a very sattvic planet. So when we talk about Pitris, we discussed that these people born in Magha Nakshatras are very inclined towards worshipping the ancestors of the Pitris, and they have the blessings of the Pitris as well. So people born in this fourth pada of this nakshatra will be specifically focusing on Pitri worship, because Moon is like I said, it's a very sattvic planet, and that's where the sattva guna of being religious, respecting the elders, being happy, and worshipping the devatas and the gods, that comes into play. So people born in the fourth pada of Magha Nakshatra, you will see they're inclined towards these activities, the sattva activities, worshipping and respecting elders, and staying happy and keeping people happy around them, and worshipping the Pitris or the ancestors as well. So here, as far as the profession is concerned, what professions they'll excel is, because Moon is also a planet which is about society. So good people who are good social workers, highly accomplished people who have formed organizations for the benefit of the society, those are the kind of people who would be born under the fourth pada, the fourth division, which spans over a distance of 3 degrees and 20 minutes, which starts from 10 degrees of Leo zodiac sign through 13 degrees and 20 minutes of Leo zodiac sign. Moon can get materialistic as well at times. They want to hold high positions. They want to be known. So people who born in the fourth pada, because Moon is about recognition, Moon is about ruling as well. Some of the IAS officers, you call them in India, Indian Administrative Services, or many of the diplomats, if you talk about other countries, diplomats and people who work for the government and who reach top positions as administrators, that also would come under the purview of people born in the fourth pada of Magha Nakshatra, because Moon gives them that power. Moon is the queen. So it's a very good combination where King, which is Sun, rules the overall zodiac sign, and so there's a blessing of the sun god there, and then here is a blessing of the moon god here in the fourth pada. So they actually can make very good administrators and very successful administrators. Like I just mentioned, in India there's a class of people called the Indian Administrative Service. So because of the influence of moon and the blessings of moon for people born in this fourth pada, and other diplomats and people who are good administrators will also come into this people born in fourth pada of the Magha Nakshatra. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and in the meanwhile I will recommend subscribe to my channel, check out my website. There is a link below, and I'll see you with an interesting topic very soon. Goodbye.